Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony, and joined with me today are the other bones in my sack. Alec, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me what the hardest bone in your sack is?
Oh, we need context. Please give context.
We're talking about dice, and if you were thinking about anything else, you're a little naughty boy.
This is from Infamous Dino. Thank you,
This
Infamous
is from
Dino.
Infamous Dino with his cool, innocent suggestion, okay? Because we looked up dice synonyms and bones, which is apparently everybody knows, which is why I didn't need to explain it, Dan. Okay, this is common knowledge.
I think it definitely needed context.
So,
I don't think a lot of people got that.
So, Alec, tell us the best bone in your sack that you like to use when you play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, my name is Alec. I play Kaz'il Amberleaf, and I am a big, old, heavy metal die type of person.
Metal.
I like the big metal die. Yeah, I think it's the easiest to roll. I don't like the other ones because I think they're too light. What about you, Dan?
No lightweights, huh?
Mm.
You're going to hate mine then because I'm the wooden dice of this podcast.
Oof.
I love me a pair of nice wooden dice. I don't know if you'll be able to see these very well on screen, but these are also not on screen for the podcast. But I have some Purple Heart dice, and they're one of my favorite things.
I do want that set. It is a very nice set.
Yeah, the Purple Heart specifically are very, very clean looking.
You got a nice set on you, Dan.
I know. I keep them in good shape. How about you, Kyleigh? She's like, please go to Jared.
I'm Kyleigh. I play Vivien Charmant. And my favorite kind of dice are the resin ones that have the liquid in the middle that spiral around because I just stare at it the whole time.
She also reminded me she's better at the podcast than I am, and I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm Boram. I play Boram DuMarais.
Wow.
Oh.
How about you, Jared?
I play Myelin Vaaxon, and my dice of choice are the glass ones. I think they're really cool. They're shimmery and shiny, but you gotta be really careful with them or you get shards everywhere. But those are mine. Going back to Tony, what kind of bones do you like in your sack?
Bro, dollar store dice. I'm talking them cheaps. I'm talking like the ones you pull out of a Monopoly box, and the more that they don't match, the better. Honestly, just that big old scoop of dice from a barrel that you buy at like a store or something. I hate when they match, or if they do, I don't care. Just only 7. So only 7 die is all I need. I don't need multiple sets. Y'all doing too much.
Acrylic.
Is that what they are? I don't give a shit.
Oh.
Dice. That's the type of dice I like. All right. Whatever's in front of me, I'll roll it. You know what I'm saying?
I love when people have the big containers of all the multicolors because I'll just spend an entire session just organizing them by rainbow color.
I thought Jared was going to say digital, by the way.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna own one set and that's it.
Right.
Now you know the deal. Before we do the recap, we're going to do the rundown. And today's rundown is brought to you by me. That's right. What am I running down today? I'm running down the newsletter. That's right. We are now doing a monthly newsletter, and this is keeping me accountable. That's right, because I now have a format. So you can go ahead and find the link to sign up for the newsletter down in the show notes below if you want to stay on top of all the news for that month. The newsletter goes out in the beginning of the month. Give me like a few days, but it'll be done in the first week of every month. You'll find out episodes, if we have any holidays coming up that we're taking off, or if we're doing anything fun, exciting, if we're doing live streams, if we're selling new merch, if we're talking about bones, you'll see it all there. It is one of the many sources of truth. Find a link to sign up for the newsletter down in the show notes below. Now we're going to go ahead and do the recap, which I am also doing because we have this new format that I hate because we don't want to roll the giant D4 anymore. Rest in peace. We pick up the start of session 2 at the opening of a secret door. They find some cells where they find people being half eaten or being used as food as they are eating people alive. But all they find now are dead bodies. However, they do manage to pick up a set of keys from one of the pig orcs that they have slain. But not before a little sleight of hand between one of the members pocketing a rather important key. Boram addresses Kaz for being an Eladrin. It's really weird to do in the middle of a dungeon, but that conversation happened. And then they find another pig orc, and that pig orc sets the room on fire, sending Myelin into a frightening spiral. But they get that under control as Boram goes ahead and scurries off on his own to search for something just a little more important, only to find the pig orc leader himself using something very valuable to Boram. They get into a scuffle. The pig orc swings, slashes, and thwomps and downs Kaz'il, marking our first down adventurer for the campaign, but they quickly pick him back up. They find an elevator after slaying the Pig Orc leader, which is due to Myelin's bravery, and they find themselves finally escaping as we pick up session 3 as the sun is setting. And now all that lies between them is a forest between mountainous terrain and Bouldaris, their home city. Glass, play the intro!
Disgraced in the Heartland, a star could set things right, manufacture the magical, and return a soul to light. From a scorched, fractured forest to twilight in discourse, cleanse the rivers that bleed in this swamp of deceit and remorse. Help us conquer the shadow, dawn with a bright glow. We'll find where we belong, but what will await us when all our secrets are gone?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Umbrea, featuring 3 returning players and 1 new newbie. We got a new person, they're brand new. This is DND404. Fellas, girlos, welcome to session 3, where the 4 of you are now at the mouth of a cave on a very rocky mountain in the middle of a forest, specifically Rockhead Forest. The 4 of you are familiar with Rockhead Forest, and the mountain range that you're standing on, you're familiar with it, but you were not aware that there was an abandoned barracks in this mountain range until some of you got a tip from your various sources. The mountain range is not too far away from Bouldaris, but it is about a 4-hour trek on foot. Now, this wouldn't normally be a problem because you can see the city way in the distance. However, the 4 of you are sick, and 2 of you do have a level of exhaustion. Time is of the essence because sooner or later, this could potentially be fatal. It is currently sunset. You find yourselves at the edge of a cliff. You see Bouldaris to the south, and you have to make it through the forest. You know that the forest is somewhat dense, and it is nighttime. Rockhead Forest is not known for anything particularly dangerous, but it is filled with monstrous beasts, wild animals. There are beings that do live within the forest that could get mad if you cross their home boundaries, go into their territory. And you can safely navigate if you take the long way around, but you need to get back to Bouldaris as quick as possible. Is there anything the 4 of you would like to do or talk about before you venture southward to Bouldaris?
Myelin, once he gets up out of that cave and hits the elevator, takes a good old sniff in the air, and just you can feel his shoulders just finally drop, and it's just like, he's kind of like at ease at this point. He kind of looks down at his wound that he has and then back at the group, because at this point he doesn't have anything to stay for, and he keeps people at a distance for the most piece. So he's like thinking about just like taking off, but he's a little worried about his wounds. So he kind of jogs ahead like 2 feet and then turns around and he's like, all right. So who's ready to get out of here? Like, let's just stick as a group.
Oh, you want to stick with me, huh?
Everyone? And I give everyone squinty eyes.
You like me that much already? And I pat him.
If someone can heal me, I don't care. Just help me out, 'cause I'm not doing too well.
What time of day was it?
It is sunset.
Maybe resting and then leaving?
We got no time to rest, Julie. We gotta get out of here. Listen, that thing from the Feywild that the robe stabbed down there, probably gonna kill us if we don't do nothing about it. So, there are a couple things that come to my mind. The quicker option might be to go back to my place in the city. I got some stuff. I might be able to take care of this. Otherwise, I might know a guy in the city as well that makes potions, but that might be a bit far. We get back there, maybe I'll heal you a bit. I try, but I don't have much to do here in my pack. And Boram's looking through his pack, but I don't have any health potions or spells that do healing.
I'd agree with that. Whatever is needed, let's try that out. Let's go. I think I can maintain myself throughout.
Hey, how about you over there? You, and Boram's looking at your chest plate, Kaz'il. Let me ask, you a cleric?
No, I am I'm a paladin.
Ah, one of them.
That is correct.
I don't know, maybe you can, heal the tiefling here, no?
Yeah, unfortunately, I am unable to heal as well. Kind of out of all my abilities to be able to help right now.
I also used his potion on him inside. Sorry.
No, I appreciate you using that on me. Definitely needed it in the moment.
I mean, if you want to take a quick break, we can do that, but maybe only an hour at most, so.
No, I agree with this guy. He doesn't remember Boram's name and points to Boram. He's like, yeah, I agree with this guy. We definitely need to keep moving. This is going to be some fast acting stuff, so we need to get moving.
Before we get going, should we properly introduce ourselves if we're all gonna walk together? I don't like knowing strangers. Less strange when you know each other's names.
Boram's already walking ahead. Walk and talk, Jolie. Walk and talk, please.
I don't like this guy already.
Kaz'il kind of walks next to everyone. He just looks over at Vivien and he says, yeah, so my name is Kaz'il Amberleaf. I am from the Feywild. What about you?
I'm Vivien. I'm from the city. I've lived there my whole life. What's it like in the Feywild?
Sorry, just to clarify, when you say the city, you mean Bouldaris, correct?
Oh, yes. The one we're
Okay.
traveling to, Bouldaris.
Perfect, just making sure.
Yep, born and raised.
The Fae is beautiful, but at the same time, it can be hectic. I think it's one of the best parts about it. Nothing like the material plane, I will say that. But yeah, what about you? And he looks over at Myelin.
Who is coughing? Everybody make me a Constitution saving throw.
So 19 for Boram.
10 for Myelin.
Kaz'il got a nat 1.
11 for Vivien.
Everyone except Boram takes a point of exhaustion. The three of you begin to vomit, but you feel like it's not food that's coming out of you. It's like clotting. Boram, you notice as you're the only one not keeled over, but you do feel something in your body churning, almost reacting, just watching them vomit. You see that their veins in their forearms and any visible parts of their body glow green as it shoots through their body as they're throwing up before it goes back to normal.
Yeah, Boram's smoking too, and you just see him wince, but he holds it in. Now, I expected it maybe from those two, but not from you, little one. And I look down at Myelin. You know, I've been born in the woods. I've been living in the woods for a long time, down there in the Bagu. You know, it's a good time down there. We got all kinds of poisons and plants and stuff, so I don't think this affected me as much as the rest of y'all, but I don't exactly know where you from. I thought maybe you should have handled this okay.
Oh, he's trying to dodge the question. You know, we really should get a move on. Like I'm Myelin. Yeah, I'll lead the way. Well, back to the city this way. And he starts kind of double times to the front of the pack.
Yeah, Boram cocks his head and watches you walk forward and then just kind of shrugs. He's like, all right, Myelin from Nowhere Land. Good to know you.
I'll take the back.
I'll take the back as well. I don't like being up in front much.
What? You're from the forest and you don't like being up in the front? Forest is awesome. As I try to climb a tree.
The forest is great and all, but I don't like being in it too long with people I don't know, in a place I don't know very well.
And wherever you saw Myelin climb the tree, he's now in the opposite tree to your left. And all you can see is just like his two eyes glaring at you.
You see big old peepers and some dripping vomit from the tree line. Before we move on, those who have level 1 exhaustion, you have -2 to all d20 rolls and -5 movement. For level 2, you have -4 to all rolls and -10 feet of movement. This will increasingly go up by 2 until level 6, which is death.
Yeah, I'm winning so far.
And by the way, when I say level 6 death, it's not death saving throws, it's death. The four of you begin to descend this small rocky mountain as you enter into the forest line and you begin to head south. There is a safer route that you can take, but you know it will take way too long. The way that some of you are progressing, you may not make it. So the fastest way, sometimes just a straight line. I'm going to ask one of you to roll me a D6 as you begin to walk about an hour into the forest.
Mine's got it. It's just right over here. I'm telling you. He breaks a branch as he rolls a D1.
A D1.
Or
we need to call it a
nat
D1
one.
from now on. That's hilarious.
Bone 1.
Bone 1, a D1.
As you begin to jaunt through the woods, you are suddenly stopped as you hear a growl coming from a nearby den. You look over to the east and you see that within the thick brush is this cave opening. You have seemed to alerted something as the sounds of a beak chittering in the darkness with a heavy growl staring at you. Everybody give me a nature check.
So 9.
16.
3.
And then I have -1, so 10.
Myelin, Kaz'il, you instantly stare down into the silhouette of an owlbear, and it looks angry, or at least territorial, as you are crossing the path of an owlbear den. You see its large feathery paw begin to advance forward, but you notice that there's some hesitation as it reveals itself from the mouth of the den. What are the four of you doing?
Boram is already like ducked behind a tree.
Make a stealth check.
Vivien's gonna do the same.
Oh, that's a D20, a bone 20.
If it's -4, 17.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stealth. That's for sure what Myelin would do.
Myelin, make a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, thank God you said advantage. I rolled a nat 1. And then a nat 20.
That's good. That's good.
Kaz'il, you are staring down as Boram and Vivien quickly notice this. As your attention goes towards to the owlbear, they quickly try to hide from it. What are you doing?
You said it just kind of, it looks more territorial than like aggro.
With your role, you notice that it was more hesitant than anything, but it was being aggressive towards you.
I think what I want to do is maybe just kind of look at the owlbear and just say, it's okay, friend. We're only passing by. And I want to kind of just give it like a little nod and just like keep walking in a completely different direction than the den to make it obvious that like we're leaving.
You're going to give me an animal handling check here because it doesn't understand you. It doesn't speak common, but the animal handling check is seeing how well you're able to explain through your body language that what you're saying is what you actually mean.
I got a nat 20.
Your hands are far away from your weapon as you begin to back up. You're still heading in the same direction as you were because this was to the east and you are heading southbound. You see that the owlbear is staring you down, but it's not moving from the mouth of the cave. It just continues to growl at you and lets you know that you are not where you're supposed to be. And it's marking its territory. You know that you are safe for now. However, given the nature of an owlbear, it probably won't grant this opportunity again to you.
Boram lets out a huge breath.
Yeah, I just kind of say to everyone else, just keep moving. Don't stay in front of the den.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Sounds good.
Boram and Vivien, you rejoin Kaz'il as Myelin continues to travel treeside. You all travel for about another hour, and I'm going to need someone else to roll me another bone 6.
A 2.
You've been walking about another hour. As the four of you are like talking or keeping an eye out, Kaz'il, Boram, and Vivien are going to have to all roll me a dexterity saving throw of a DC 16. Myelin, you are marked safe from this because you are in the trees.
7.
13.
It says +2 when not incapacitated. You can add your shield's AC bonus to dex saving throws against a spell or other harmful effects that may target only you.
Okay, so this would not apply because you're not being targeted. You're walking into a pitfall trap.
Okay. Another nat 1.
The three of you fall down and you are all going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you all fall 20 feet. This is a mud trap. The walls are very slippery as the three of you are now filthy and covered in this dirty mud. You get your bearings about you and you notice that the walls of the pitfall are very, very slippery. You know that this is probably going to take you a good deal of time. But with Myelin's help, you are able to get out in about 30 minutes by dropping some rope.
I actually just face step out.
Oh, you can face step.
Yep.
So between Myelin and Kaz'il, the two of you are able to get Vivien and Boram out with not much time to waste. However, enough time has passed to do another Constitution saving throw. The number you are trying to beat is 12.
Before I face step out, is there any other dead bodies in the pit that fell in there?
Give me a perception check.
10.
You don't notice any dead bodies of any kind.
I was really hoping for some healing potions. Okay.
10.
I think that was only a 7 for Boram.
So it's a 16 minus 2. So then it'd be a 14.
Okay, so everyone fails except Myelin.
Yes.
You all gain another level of exhaustion.
Yes, I'm winning.
Winning D&D.
Bro, I have +3 to con, and I have never passed one of these checks.
I also have +3 to this.
As this poison courses through your veins, you all begin to throw up again, except for Myelin. And Myelin, this time you are witnessing the fluorescent green fluid coursing through the veins of your temporary party.
I thought you said it wasn't affecting you.
Ça se mauvais. I mean, they're gonna catch up to me in some time. I ain't immune to it. Oh, this is bad.
We may need to hurry up.
Yeah, How close is your place? I'm not doing too well over here.
After taking some time to get out of the mud trap, the 4 of you begin to hurry. I'm gonna need someone else to roll me another d6.
6.
The 4 of you are able to pick up speed as you don't come across any random encounter. It looks like everything is now starting to fall asleep and only the night critters are out. However, you are fortunate enough to not run into any of those yet. You are just about an hour away from the city, as I need the 4 of you to make one more roll before you are able to enter the gates of Bouldaris and leave Rockhead Forest.
1.
1.
Uh-oh.
Nothing.
Oh.
Because we already got it. That's right.
Oh, I thought it was going to be that, but it's back.
Yeah, he went in a circle and just decided to fuck with him.
Right.
Biscuit. Like, dang potty mouth, dude. It gets man, that was doing so good this session. Okay. The 4 of you travel at a quicker pace as you see the walls of the city. As you get closer, the 4 of you are coughing. You feel the poison coursing through your veins. It hurts with every step. You're starting to feel it within your bones. Some of you worse than others, as you now have 3 levels of exhaustion. Boram, you are making a beeline, hoping that the party follows to your level in the stacks, which is a part of the city in Bouldaris. That's where your domicile is. It is almost midnight. The moon is high in the sky, and that shooting star is as bright as ever as it slowly progresses through the night sky. You enter through the eastern gate to the city of Bouldaris.
All right, this way. Past the swamp. Don't mind that. Don't mind the garbage. Just get this way and up this way. Woo, getting a little groggy now. Wake up, Boram. And he's slapping himself and keeping himself together as he's definitely feeling it a little bit, but maybe a bit better than the rest of the group, and guides them to his section of the stacks.
As Boram takes the lead, you find yourself on the port side of town as you enter through these large walls. Now, the walls of Bouldaris look more elven than human in structure, but the part of the city that you're entering in are all like this very modest home style type buildings. This looks like the more of the rural part of the city, but this is the port side of town, and this is where like a lot of the dock workers work and the blue collar folk of the city tend to live. And these houses are modest sized, some smaller and some larger than others, but you quickly bustle through. As you hail to one of the guards let you in, and you begin to make through the streets. As you leave through the port side of town, you are now traveling through this mountainous grassy knoll as one of the clock towers strikes midnight. Boom, boom, boom. You are now cutting over to an old dirt road, which is between the mines of Bouldaris and the cemetery of Bouldaris, where all the dead, if you're rich enough, are laden. As you travel the old dirt road, you begin to see the more poverty-stricken part of the city, as this part of the city is walled off by feeble wood, and it's very wet. The ground is a bit sloshy, it's muddier, and you see all these buildings and houses built on top of each other. You see in the center of this area called the stacks, there's this giant mason tower that looks beautiful, but everything around it looks ugly. It's just wooden houses and wooden shanties built on top of each other with different level of wooden platforms with steps leading to all these different areas, where you see that there are some people walking around, but they do not look humanoid. You see skunk looking creatures, cat looking creatures, lizard folk. You see all these animalistic style creatures. You even see a skeleton walk by, and the skeleton is wearing a long, elegant robe, and it's holding a cup of coffee that as it sips, it falls through its ribcage onto the floor as Myelin almost slips on as you make your way to Boram's domicile. And you see Boram climbs up a ladder to this wooden platform, heads east, goes across a shaky rope bridge that almost snaps between your feet, goes through a house which has all these apartment doors through it, just to go to a watchtower, to go to another shaky wooden bridge where Boram enters and leads the 3 of you to go through this window into his level of the stacks.
Right there, just a left up here. Woo! Quick now. Don't got much time left, I think. At least not this guy. And I look at Myelin.
As you climb this very shaky rope bridge into this window, into now Boram's level of the stacks, you come across this studio-style domicile, and it is covered. The whole floor is covered with all these metal gears and strap metal scraps, bits and bobs. You see that there are in the windowsill.
Should I describe it?
Yes, you decide. You decide. I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah, when you get into this place, you see the walls are pretty odd. The walls are covered and scattered with all different kinds of scrap metal. You'd think it'd be wood or brick or something of that sort, but it's all just like metal. There's a rickety table in the center with some stools set out. Actually, the table isn't set up yet, but when Boram gets in, he's like shifting through a bunch of like gears and metal and wooden parts, and he pulls out a table and he kind of flips it and the legs kind of come out, places it down, and he places 4 stools around it. All right, everybody, sit down now. We got to get ourselves together. And he goes over to a desk that has like a apothecary compartment that comes out, and you see lots of little vials and knickknacks. And there are all kinds of tubes on the desk with random liquids in them. You also see a bunch of different plants from all kinds on the windowsill, where Boram has made this just crazy makeshift little garden area on the windowsill because he's got no room in the stacks. There's a bed that is very torn and messy, but you can tell it once was like very nice carved wood, and the sheets, once a royal red, are now kind of like a muddied red. And it's this weird bedroom that he's turned into a workshop.
Myelin smells the air. What does he smell?
Ooh, you probably smell all sorts. There's a mix of chemicals, flowers, foods, and plants.
Myelin is snarling just at the stench the entire time.
As Vivien's stumbling over to the stool, she takes a look around and is like, "Oh, are you an inventor?"
Yeah, you could say that. I make things. I make a lot of things. Things that you can eat, things that you can use.
Oh, good. You should invent something that cleans.
Oh, when I got time, which would be when I die. And he starts setting up the stools, finishes that. All right, everybody sit down a sec, all right? First, Boram's going to use his once a day, and you see that he smears something on the back side of his glove and then snaps his fingers and he casts Detect Poison and Disease. And now that we're back in my house, I think this will be more useful. So for the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. So hopefully that'll help me decipher what kind of poison this is as I'm kind of hovering my hand over each of them.
You get a sense of what this poison is, and you are pretty familiar with it. And as Kaz'il is sitting down collecting his thoughts, he is also pretty familiar with it too. This mushroom that was essentially exploded onto you is something that's not uncommon in the Feywild. Those who are inflicted by it, it can lead to death, but is pretty easily treatable at this point because of how common people will stumble upon this on accident. The mushroom is also used for various ingredients in stronger poisons and in some cases, weird, quirky potions. Exposure to this mushroom isn't totally out of your wheelhouse, Boram. You can sense that you are very sick and that the effects are going to start making you all very drowsy soon if you don't get it cured right away. And you begin to go over to where your ingredients are, and you have just what you need because the main ingredient is a bullywug snot root, is what you would call it in the material plane. It has other names in the Feywild, but the bullywug snot root is the main ingredient to cure for this. The bullywug snot root also has a lot of healing properties for poisons, so this is something you readily have on hand through your own mistakes or if you accidentally end up somewhere you don't mean to be, especially in the Feywild. So you go ahead, you go over, you mix all these different ingredients together, you make enough for the 4 of you to drink. You make these 4 vials. It is very thick. It's murky. It moves like molasses. You feel like it's going to take a second to drink, and when you drink it, it's going to even take a little bit longer just for it to hit your stomach. And it does not taste good at all.
All right, everybody, look chipper. Come on. Be happy. We're getting cured today.
I'm sorry, you couldn't make this taste any better. This tastes horrendous.
Liz and I don't get a choice in the ingredients and how they taste, but I try and make it taste better for next time. Maybe that'll be something I work on. Or would you prefer the taste of death?
Almost.
Well, yeah, how about you chase it down with some moonshine? I place down some moonshine jug on the table and give you each a shot glass.
Vivien is grimacing and shaking. Normally she's very anti-moonshine, but she is ready to slug that back as a chase.
The second you chase it down, Boram squints at you. He's like, how's that one taste? Is that one good?
I've had way better.
Try this one next. And he pulls out another moonshine in a nicer jug. And he pours that one for you.
Anything to get this taste out of my mouth, please.
Oh, sorry. I'll get your opinion on that later, maybe. Been trying a new recipe. And Boram slaps his down.
Myelin is sitting there looking down at the two drinks in front of him, and he's kind of tilting his head, like trying to figure out what they are, and he's sniffing them, and he's really not sure. The first one doesn't smell too bad, the cure. So he drinks that, doesn't faze him, and then he doesn't know what this other one is, so he takes a drink of it, and instantly just has like the most ridiculous reaction of flinging all over the place, trying to get out of any window that's going on, and he's just hurling like crazy, like that he just got poisoned. What the hell was that? What? Oh my God. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Ah!
Oh, you ain't never had a moon spirit before.
That is nothing of the moon.
It's actually not bad. I don't mind this one. This one's pretty good.
Wait, which one? And he eyes the 2 shots he gave you.
Definitely the second one.
Kuyan. And you see he gets upset and he takes the 2 bottles and puts them on the shelf, and you see one is labeled Boram and on the other one it is labeled Elodie, and clearly you liked Elodie's moonshine better.
Vivien is super out of it. She doesn't know where she is or what's going on. She's just staring at all these people while trying to hold on to feel better, because she's not feeling good at all. But hopefully this remedy makes her feel really great, so she's less slumped over and more back and up again.
All right, just give it about 10 minutes. In about 5 minutes you might have to hurl, so just go into the bathroom over there.
Okay, I understand. I just wish you would have mentioned that before we drank the cure. Not that it would have made a difference, I guess. I just, would have liked to know.
Myelin's head hits the table. He is now passed out.
Oh, this guy's a lightweight for sure.
Is that supposed to be happening?
Maybe just the moon spirit's too hard for him. Poor guy. I'm gonna get mine out of the way. And you see him go into the bathroom, shut the door, and you do hear him puking.
I was gonna try to see if I could just grab Myelin and take him to the bathroom and like put my finger down his throat and try to see if I can get him to throw up.
Myelin is passed out sleeping. He is out cold.
Again, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Oh, I feel right as rain.
Boram goes down.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh gosh.
Vivien goes down.
Oh, no.
Well, I guess it's just me.
Kaz'il, you stay awake.
Haha, I win. I knew I was gonna win.
You feel tired. However, you cannot be put to sleep because you are an Eladrin. You are an elf descendant. Anything that kind of forces you to pass out doesn't.
Magical sleep, I am immune to it.
Yes. Because this is a remedy, it falls under that category, and you can choose to pass out on the table with the rest of the party, or you can go lay down in the big, comfy, ripped bed.
No, what I think I do is I put like Boram in the bed, and then I put Myelin at the feet of the bed, and then I lean Vivien on the ground, but kind of up against the bed, and then I just lay in a chair and put my head down at the table.
Mylin's legs kicking because he's having a dream at this point.
And the night passes on. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. You are no longer poisoned. And this time, and only this time, all your level of exhaustions are cured.
Yes.
And we gain a level of character.
No,
What?
not quite. We're not there yet.
Wow.
And the 4 of you sleep through the night. You toss and turn, but you are passed out as you all gain the benefits of a long rest. So go ahead and heal your characters, replenish your spells, and remove any ailments. The 4 of you are slowly being awoken with your head pounding to bells ringing out through the city as all the clock towers begin to ring slowly. Boing, boing. And then they begin to pick up. And they ring in 3s, which is normally a calling for something. Bing, 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 bing. As this ring of the bell slowly wakes the 4 of you up. As we are now on a new day, the 13th of Myrtle.
Can I do a con saving throw to see how bad my hangover is?
Sure.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a 22.
Oh, you're not really that hungover. You drank enough water in the toilet. You drank enough water in the bathroom to...
No, I threw it up. Unlike
true,
the
yeah.
others. When I wake up, I just open my eyes and I realize I'm in my bed, and then I just squint harder at why I'm in my bed.
The city bells are signaling. As the 4 of you come to, you know that the 3 bells ringing in rapid succession means the arrival of somebody very important. It could usually mean any one of the founding guilds, or somebody of just very high importance, usually a hero.
I nudge Myelin with my foot. Hey, Petit, how you doing down there?
What? Where am I? What's happening? Ah, my head.
Oh, yeah, you read that bad. I lean to the right and then just look over at Vivien, who's sitting against the bed. And how you doing there?
Vivien starts looking around and stretching and is like, how did I get on the floor? How did I get over here?
I don't know. Maybe this guy. And I nod over to the Eladrin.
You guys all looked uncomfortable at the table, so I decided to move you.
Vivien rubs sleep out of her eye and goes, thank you. It's very nice.
And you see Boram kind of lingers a bit, looking at Vivien. He squints a bit and he's like, now that I think about it, you look a bit familiar. We know each other.
Vivien's gonna freeze a little and grab her hood again. And she's like, no, I don't think I've seen any of you before except for the past couple days. I think maybe the toxin's doing something to you.
Not at a tavern or not at a party or something.
I don't normally go out. I like to keep to myself.
I don't know why, you just look real familiar like.
Well, tieflings are tieflings. I don't know.
Tieflings are tieflings. I'm taking that one with me. All right, let's get up out of bed. Gotta make some breakfast. And you see Boram immediately goes over to this really rickety makeshift stove in the wall and starts making some beans and all sorts for you guys. Nothing great, but
Vivien catches her breath and just face palms internally.
Myelin rolls off the bed and just hits the floor. It's just, he's clawing and prone across the floor.
Vivien reaches over to pat your head and goes, Are you okay?
This is all you hear, just really rough sounding pants.
You hear the bells ring again. Do-do-do-do. Boram, as you are making beans, Kaz'il, you notice through the window from the studio domicile, and you look out into the city, and you are pretty far away from the town square, but you do see something quite large. You see this large gathering of people as if there's a parade being thrown, as somebody's walking through the southern gate, and you see that there's this large cart. There are 2 carts. One of them has a fire giant on it. It is dead. A slain fire giant being carted in by 20 people pulling it, and they are struggling. On a slightly smaller cart that's really pronounced and towering over all the buildings in Bouldaris is the fire giant's maul, a giant black hammer that with the handle sticking all the way up with the heavy bit resting on the cart. And you really can't see anything else from there because there's just a crowd of people awing at this slain giant.
Have I seen something like this go on before since I've been in town?
Yes, once before, about 3 months ago, you saw that there was this hero known as Garrix who had slain another type of giant. It wasn't a fire giant, but brought in 3 hill giants. Garrix is this well-revered monster hunter. He is known for wielding this massive 2-handed sword. He stands about 8 feet tall, and he is handsome as they come. He has this long brunette hair, this perfectly chiseled face, and he's very tall. Rumors say that his mother was a giant herself. He has giant's blood in him. It just so happens that the last 2 kills that he had, this one and the one you noticed 3 months ago, also happen to be giants. As you know, he's been venturing, because of the town gossip, that he's been hunting in the Plaguelands, which is to the south of Bouldaris, a very dangerous place to be. For those who've lived in the city longer than you have seen similar parades of various different beasts, and even some Tarask eggs being brought back by him.
Looks like Garrix is up to his old tricks again.
Oh, you know Garrix, do you?
Well, everyone knows Garrix, don't you?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Not this guy, I'm sure, though. And I shift my head in a motion over to Myelin.
Rot and ruin. It's just still now we have bells. Oh my god. I gotta go. He's trying to get up to start walking out the door.
I almost cut Myelin off with the smell of food, and I place a plate for him on the table.
You got that?
It's just something I whipped up. It's got some
he doesn't
some
care.
Beans.
He's already
Oh, all right then.
fucking paw in whatever it is eating.
It's a bit savory. It's got some beans. It's good. You enjoy. Hopefully it's good enough for you.
Vivien cranes her neck from the floor to look at Myelin just destroying this plate and goes, well, you should really learn some manners. Maybe we could teach you that along the way.
He looks up for like half a second in his devouring and then squint eyes and then just goes back to just devouring whatever food's in front of him.
Or enjoy your meal, I guess.
Don't listen to Jolie. I like you the way you are. Boram will obviously put 2 plates down for Vivien and himself as well.
Vivien dusts herself off the ground and sits down as gracefully as she can, nods and goes, "Thank you very much." She absolutely hates beans, but she is starving, so she will put them down as she grimaces with each bite.
Boram notices that and he's like, I mean, listen, you tell me what you like, I make it next time. I can make all sorts.
Okay, as she's grimacing, this'll do for now.
Spices, meat, and he just starts listing a bunch of stuff.
Maybe I'll get those ingredients one day.
Petit fracture. I just pull the bowl away from Myelin that he's licking clean and hand him a new bowl with more beans. Now, don't mind those rich folk out there, okay? They fine, I guess, but they a bit, and he like pushes his nose up, they a bit snotty like.
Vivien just huffs.
As the 4 of you eat Boram's breakfast, you feel much better than you did just a couple hours ago. It is about 10 in the morning when you finish your breakfast, as the 4 of you sit at the table, now healthy as can be, as you're no longer poisoned, and you get to live another day. What are the 4 of you going to do now with your now newfound freedom?
Kaz'il needs to go check on his horse because he's been gone for a while. Well, thank you again, Boram, for the meal. I appreciate it. It's like half eaten. He kind of like pushed it around the plate a little bit to make it seem like he ate more than what he did. You know, he's just trying to be polite. And he goes, "Thanks for the meal and best of luck." And he looks at everyone and kind of knocks on the table and walks out the door.
Oh, you're leaving already, Paladin? All right, then.
Yeah, I got some stuff I need to take care of. Silverhoof is back in the barn, and he hasn't been fed in a few days since I've been gone, so I need to take care of that.
All right, well, listen. You go recharge your god juices or whatever you Paladins doing. How about we meet back at a tavern somewhere around here and get a drink so we can all celebrate?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And Boram will name a tavern nearby to him that maybe no one else would want to go to. But what is a tavern that's close to us, Tony?
So I am staying at a tavern.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't know how far away it is from where this place is.
It's on the opposite side of the city.
Yeah, I suggest that one.
You are staying at the Four-Eyed Owl, which is in the Westerly district. It's upper class part of town. The construction of that part of the city is very well put together. It's not too far off from where the nobles live, and they live in their own part of the city, which Westerly is probably the closest you'll get to the nobles without actually being one. Some minor nobles live there, and more of the rich folk who own businesses live in there, and maybe some reputable decision makers also live there. And those who are just fortunate enough to have money.
Yeah, I don't want to have to walk all the way back over here. So, so Kaz'il will just say, "I'm over at the Four-Eyed Owl."
Four-Eyed Owl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's been farther northeast, west. Where that at?
Yeah, it's on the other side of town.
All right, I could walk. I could use the exercise. I guess maybe we meet over there, celebrate a bit.
Yeah, let's just say after sunset sometime.
Well, I'll see you there. There's a promise. And I'm a man of my word.
Okay. And he's already he's already like halfway out.
Yeah, but Boram's been keeping you way too long.
Boram turns around and sees Myelin licking Kaz'il's plate and just freezes when he sees it.
Vivien starts pushing hers over towards Myelin as casually as possible, caught in the act as well.
You almost lose a finger because he starts diving in.
I just imagine like slow sandpaper sound licks from the bowl, like.
And while that's going on, Vivien slowly gets up and looks over to Boram. "Thank you for the food and curing us. That's really nice. I guess I'll meet you all later. I have a couple of things to attend to before I can do anything today."
Oh, you got a place to stay? Maybe you stay with me. We could hang out here a bit.
That's okay. I have my own abode.
Oh, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah, small.
Don't worry. You warm up to Boram soon enough, I tell you. I'm kidding. Get out of here, Jolie.
See you all later. And Vivien's gonna go off to her place.
Vivien, as you leave through the front door, there's a desk right there, and you notice something very shiny. Something that sticks out in this, let's say, well-kept place. It's something that isn't broken. It looks very elegant. You see this silver and gold tempered rod, and on the tip of it, it comes out like a fork, like a metal, like a brass fork, except it's gold and silver. And in between the forked prongs is this huge sapphire gem. It is almost pristine cut.
May I do a quick, would it be investigation or history on that stone?
I'll let you choose.
Let's do history. 16 plus 4, 20.
You instantly notice that this is a very valuable gem, and it's cut by a very skilled gemsmith, a jeweler. And you notice that where it sits, that is potentially infused with some type of arcane to empower something, or you would use this as an instrument in anything you were trying to potentially craft. It's used as a tool for a specific type of craftsman. You're not really sure, but it's definitely of the arcane nature. And the gem is obviously the main component in that forked rod.
She will take note of it, but leave it there and probably ask Boram about it later once he has something in him.
Oh, she's good. She's going to get Boram to tell his secrets.
And Vivien will slip off to her place, but I would like to do so to make sure no one follows.
Yes, you slip out through the door, through the stacks, and you notice all these weird critters looking at you. These bipedal skunk people. You see that same skeleton wearing a long purple robe, still drinking its cup of coffee as it stares at you. It's like leaning up against a wooden shanty, and it has a very dust-coated sign, and you can't really make out what the words is because it seems like it's just been worn off by time, but it looks like a shop of some kind. And you begin to go across the rickety bridge, go through another building full of smaller homes. As you come out, go across another bridge, you begin to work your way down through the stacks as you leave and make your way to your home on the other side of the city, leaving Myelin and Boram in Boram's apartment.
Yeah, I like sigh because he was trying to like be a little flirty with this new girl and she wasn't having it. The other guy left, who he thought was kind of funny, but he didn't know if he liked yet. And then he just looks back at Myelin licking the last bowl clean.
It's making like, you know, when you wash a window and it makes that squeaking noise. It's the kind of noise it's making. What happened? What'd I miss?
All I can think about is that guy from Suicide Squad, how he's like licking the window.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
the weasel.
Yes.
The weasel.
What you mean? They left, Fractor.
Oh, so...
You got a place to go or you can leave whenever you want?
Oh, okay. But beans?
Yeah, I mean, I got to keep the beans for breakfast. I can't just use them all now.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Goodbye. Starts walking out.
All right, then. Just goodbye.
You also notice that same rod, Myelin.
Oh, he immediately runs up to it and grabs it.
Hey, don't touch that, please. Get off of that. This is my stuff.
What's this?
It's just
fun.
an instrument, okay? It's a piece of equipment. It's how I make.
Throw it?
No, please do not throw that. Listen, I'll show you how I use it next time, okay? You come back here sometime, I'll show you how I use it. But for now, and he's like, has one hand on it, as Myelin has two hands on it, and he's just making sure he doesn't like throw it too hard.
What do you mean next time? Like, what's next time?
What you mean? We friends now. You come over anytime.
Oh,
Maybe not anytime.
like when?
Boram was not prepared for this.
What do you win?
All right, we make a date then. How about next week? Same time.
1 week?
Yeah, 1 week.
Okay.
Boram spoke way too soon because he was like panicking.
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. As he's leaving, Boram's just like breathing really hard. And then he takes the rod and he's like, I can't leave this out like that. He's going to actually put in a chest with his tools. Oh, Oh, my heart almost jumped out my throat.
So the three of you are heading back to your domicile, right?
Not necessarily. There's a few things I want to do beforehand, but yeah.
Okay, Kaz'il, we'll start with you.
I would like to take the adamantium metal thing for the job I was hired, and I want to go like turn it into the people.
So you had accepted a quest from somebody in the Forge district of the town, which is right near the town square. You won't go into the town square to the Forge district, but you can overlook the town square from that district. It's the industrial district of the town. Anything armor related, weapon related, anything that has to do with the metal is done here. You know, some other business and a lot of the materials for this town come from the mines of Bouldaris, which is to the east, which you would have to pass over or go around. And as you pass over a stone bridge, over a river that cuts through the city, there's a lot of water in Bouldaris. As a matter of fact, the town center is an island with 4 bridges connecting to it. And the industrial part of the city is just on the southeastern side of the city center, the town square, where the fire giant, the slain fire giant, and its massive maw are being shown on display with a huge crowd of people. You head to the Iron Jaw Forge, where the owner of this forge, named Corin Ironjaw, runs this blacksmithing, who had requested some adamantium. Now, what you know about this place, and it's fitting for why he would request something as this, he is known for making very strong armor that often outlives its wearer. And if you are hanging around the right crowd, you actually might notice some of his handiwork. He's a dwarf, however, he's a dwarf on the taller side. He goes, you brought me some adamantium.
I did.
Not quite the amount I was looking for, but adamantium nonetheless. And he holds this tiny crown that you show him. He goes, I don't know what I'll be able to do with this, but I'll be able to contribute it to something. I guess payment's in order, huh? You did the job. I'll pay you for your weight in metal. And you see that Corin goes to the back, and you're looking around as he steps away for a moment at all this beautiful armor that is hanging on the wall. And it's made for all different shapes and sizes of people. And you see that all the armor is on display from biggest to smallest, as if it's used not only to show people what they could buy, but the smallest armor starting from the doorway, leading all the way up to like people who would stand at least 10 feet tall, right next to the main desk where he does all of his business. And it looks like a beautiful waterfalling display of armor. And he comes back, drops a bag of gold. He goes, I think 400 gold is worth this amount of adamantium here. And he drops it.
I kind of just pick up the bag, put it in my bag behind me, and I just say, I'll trust you. Thanks again for the job. Does Garrix wear this guy's armor? What's this guy's name again?
The blacksmith is named Corin Ironjaw. You're not sure if Garrix Witherford is his full name. Garrix Witherford wears his armor because you haven't been up close and personal with him. You've only ever seen him from afar because he's hard to get to when he's in the city. And when he's in the city, he's not in the city for long. You've only seen his appearance once before since you arrived to Bouldaris.
Cool. And he gives Corin a handshake, just says, thanks again for the job. I appreciate it. And he'll just turn around and walk off.
Is there anything else you would like to do after getting your reward?
The second thing I wanted to do is go over to the stables and feed Silverhoof.
So the stables is a part of the tavern that you're staying in.
Oh,
you're
okay.
paying a fee, and the owner, Mr. Umble, is taking care of your horse while the horse is there. It's a part of your agreement that you have with him. But you could still go visit your horse if you like to check on his well-being.
Yeah, I'll go over to the stables. I'll check on Silverhoof, and then I'll also pay like the rate with the gold that I just got to cover the next few days for me and the horse.
You walk into the tavern, the Four-Eyed Owl, and it looks like a very popular spot. There's already people in there eating breakfast or lunch, nice little brunch, and some people have already taken the lead and started drinking for the day. You walk up to Mr. Umble, and he's an older gentleman. We'll call him a rustic fellow, and he goes, Kaz'il, it's good to see you again. Please, you know this payment is a little early, but it's very much appreciated. I'll accept it this time, but you can pay at the end of the week like you normally do.
You know me, though. I don't like to owe anyone anything.
Yes. Well, I do appreciate the payment. Hey, Kaz'il, while I have your ear for a moment, Silverhoof has been a pleasure, by the way. He's been nuzzling against me. I've even read him a bedtime story because he just wanted somebody to cuddle with. It was quite the moment. Silverhoof is just a pleasure to be around.
But no sugar cubes, right? Only
no
carrots.
sugar cubes. No,
Perfect.
yes, only
Perfect.
carrots. The nutrients, yes. And I make sure he eats the green pig bit because that's where all the nutrients are.
Interesting. I'd never heard that before. I don't know if you're telling the truth, but I believe you.
Shh, what do I know? I'm just a humble barkeeper.
That is true. You know more than I. Yeah, but what were you saying?
Yes. Why I have your ear? He brings it closer. He goes, I don't want to excite anybody, but tomorrow night we have a bit of an event here, and I would really appreciate it if you hung out for the night. I'll make it worth your while here while you stay, but I feel like the riffraff will stay out, or at least be more well-behaved with your presence around here. You're a very well-liked person coming to perform on that stage in the corner over there to bring in some more business, and there might be a noble or two who might come here and drink, and I would really appreciate it if you just hung around, just in case if things get too wild,
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. No problem.
He looks around, makes sure nobody's like prying. He looks over at somebody at the edge of the bar, and he sees that he's looking, but goes back to his drink. He goes, "Yeah, new Wayla is coming to perform here. She's gonna play on that piano over there and sing her some of her tunes." And you know that you've heard this name once or twice. You've even seen a couple of posters. She's a tiefling woman who she is known for being an entertainer, and she is quite popular around town. And when she does walk around the city, she tends to walk with some bodyguards because she will get harassed by the citizens of Bouldaris because of how well liked she is. She's a very popular entertainer, and she is going to perform at the Four-Eyed Owl tomorrow night.
Interesting. Okay. That sounds, I can see why you might need some extra help. I'll be here.
Great. I appreciate it. Just handle the riffraff as it comes in. If anyone breaks a fight, try to discourage them from fighting. You don't have to send anybody home with some broken bones unless they really need it. But I'll throw some coin your way as an offer of thanks.
Of course.
He grabs you by the chunk of your armor, but make sure his thumb gets on your neck to try to get close to you. He goes, I really appreciate that, Kaz'il. Thank you. Your room is in order. Please enjoy your stay while you're here. Get some rest. It looks like you need it.
Thanks again, Mr. Rumble. And I walk off.
Please call me Hugh. And you head up into your room. Vivien and Myelin also make way throughout the city to their homes. Vivien, are you doing anything on the way to your home?
On my way to home? No, I'm just doing everything I can to conceal my identity and stealthily get to my hideout, as I don't like people knowing where it is at all or where I am at all times. So I'm just taking painful stakes to make sure I'm concealed and hidden to get right into my hideout.
So you go to your hideout and you make sure that nobody follows you. You actually blend in with the crowd, and the crowd of the city is really just focusing on the dead fire giant in the city center, and it's almost leaving the side streets pretty open for you to just go untraced to your hidden abode. And as you slip into the hallways of your hideout, you notice that you have a stack of letters, and these letters are pretty mundane, basic news and other city events. It looks like a paper of some kind, but you look through and you see something marked with a very familiar name that just makes your face curl up in disgust. And it is an invitation. The invitation looks like it's for a particular party event, and the more you read, the more disgusted you get. And you see a date marked the 30th of Marpanath. It's an invitation inviting anyone who reads it, but to you, as it's marked to you, seems more of a demand for you to be at this event on the 30th of Marpanath.
Vivien's just gonna take that letter and tap it a bunch of times angrily. She's gonna crunch it up in her hand and move closer to the front door where she can get into the hideout and pace around for a little bit after she gets some things done. She's really gotta contemplate what's going on here.
Just for some player knowledge, that is 5 months away from the current date, Marpanath, which is also known as Leaf Fall, which is the beginning of fall. And just so for the adventurers listening in, there are 12 months in the calendar of Haptos, and each week is 10 days long. So there are 12 months, there are 3 weeks in a month. Each week in a month has 10 days in it. The current date is the 13th of Myrtle, which is spring.
I don't have a lot of time. She's going to walk right in the hideout and go right towards her connections.
And you go towards your connections and they begin to fill you in on everything you've missed over the last few days. And they tell you on all the upkeep and all the news that has happened within the last 2 days. And you see that everything in the hideout is as it should be. And there is a restock of food as they were looking out for your benefits while you were gone. And other than the letters that you've gotten and that letter that made you feel very disgusted, everything else seems to be in order, and your connections are happy that you are back home safely, as they did seem a little worried.
Vivien's gonna notice their stairs and just go, it's a thing I can't change. I got a nice set upstairs I'll put on. I'm meeting with some friends tonight, actually. But if I could ask you guys before I get ready and go, could I get you to find me some information on my 3 new people I'm being accompanied by?
Absolutely. Do you have a location of which we can look into?
I only have names, and one of them I have a place. The other 2, one I don't even know where he would go. But the other one seems to be visiting. But one seems to be a permanent resident who is interesting.
You see your 2 connections that you're currently talking to are standing there with their arms behind their back as they are paying attention to you very intently. There is one woman and one male, and they are both of elven nature, and they are trying to retain as much detail as possible as you are giving them. One is a furry little red creature, one seems to be an Eladrin, similar to how they look, and another one seems to be a very rambunctious, outgoing human. You give them their names, you give them potentially where the 4 of you are meeting later tonight at the Four-Eyed Owl, and any other notes you wish to provide. And they go, of course, Miss V, we will take a look into that as soon as possible, and we'll get back to you most haste, hopefully before your rendezvous tonight. They both bow as the woman finishes acknowledging your request, and you see that the man goes, "Milady," and then they both take a step back, and then turn and proceed with their task.
Vivien just quickly puts her hand on her chest and nods her head down as like a nice little gesture.
Mhm.
And while they're moving away, Vivien's going to very unceremoniously grab the banister, turn around and run upstairs. I don't want to explain this place just yet, but we started on the main floor where the connections live, and now I'm going up the stairs to where Vivien lives. And she's just gonna pace around her room with the letter, changing to make sure she's ready for meeting up with everyone. But she's just gonna pace and ponder for the rest of the evening and throw some things in anger.
And as you pace and throw a fit, as you leave the study of the hideout into your private rooms, we go over to Myelin. And as we go over to Myelin, who is now heading home, to the mines of Bouldaris, the underbelly of Bouldaris is a very dark place. It is very poorly lit, but the mines of Bouldaris is almost a smaller, yet its own district of the city. Those who tend to favor the shadows live down here, and a lot of people work down here. They gather materials. People are often hired to fend off some monsters that may lurk from the Underdark, but the underbelly of the city is, at least in the living spaces, are deemed mostly safe, but do have to deal with the occasional occupational hazards of the miners and foragers that do go to work down there on a daily and sometimes nightly basis, as day and night seems to stop. And in the corner, in a dark corner of this district, in the underbelly of Bouldaris, is a tiny hole hidden within the deep, dark corners that looks like only a small critter can go through. And as Myelin pushes his furry, tiny little head into with a thump, thump, he is able to squeeze into this, what seems like a 5x10 hidey hole. But all the sounds of drills and machinery, people yelling over each other, hammers forging, the sounds of steel and anvils being banged on come to a calm, hushing quiet, as Myelin is now in his home and no sound bleeds in. It is peaceful in here. The outside of the cave looks very rocky, very rigid, very dense, but inside his cave is very smooth, elegant. As he looks up through the darkness, the rock begins to shine, almost obsidian-like. And the more you look into this black obsidian walls, it almost looks like he's staring at the night sky, the only place where his thoughts can't even interrupt him or bother him. What are you doing, Myelin?
Just breathing in, breathing out, kind of just calming down after what seemed like a wild ride in the past day or so. And then stare up at the obsidian and then realize I have a bunch of money on me. And I take it out and I start looking at it, and it's like more money than he's ever seen before. One thing he's always wanted is a glass of milk. And so it's not nighttime right now, right? It's still kind of daytime. Okay.
It's not, but you definitely noticed this money had definitely purchased yourself an ice cold bottle of miner's milk in the underbelly from one of the vendors down here.
Myelin was distracted when he was eating to know to meet up with anybody, so he doesn't know to meet up with them until next week, which I think they're meeting up tonight, right?
They are.
So just as like a thing, he's gonna take a drink of the milk and just be like, you know what? I want something nicer. So he's gonna go to the nice district
Yes, you definitely can, but something happens between then and now.
Okay.
So you are drinking this milk and you are loving it, and you do crave something nicer, but the milk does kind of make you a little bit tired. And as you're laying down enjoying it, this now empty bottle begins to roll as your belly is filled with milk. You're leaning against this obsidian wall and you let out a nice big burp as the bottle rolls. And the stuff you were wearing are kind of like tucked away in a corner because you're now relaxing, and that cloak is next to your stuff. And as that bottle of milk rolls out of your hand, it rolls towards your pack, and that cloak that you lifted from the Pig Orc den is there. However, you could see into the shadow of the cloak, and in the shadow of the cloak, you notice that a part of it is raised, as if there's a ball or something underneath. And it's raised ever so subtly. And as you look into it and the silence of the cave overwhelms you, you feel the presence of something looking at you from underneath the cloak.
I tap it with my foot.
You go to get up to go to tap it with your foot, and it instantly deflates and falls noticeably flat onto the floor.
I'm on all fours, ready to like pounce on whatever maybe comes out of it. Looking around, scared, backing up.
You stare at the cloak as it falls to the floor flat, thinking that something is still there. And after a few beats, you investigate it, you lift it up, and sure enough, there's nothing there except the obsidian floor.
Okay, starting to see things. It was probably the potion, right? It had to be the potion. Could be, right? I ruffle through it again.
You ruffle through the cloak, and sure enough, that cloak you took is nothing more than a mere cloak with a weird symbol.
Well, I guess in a week I'll take this back to Boram as he kind of contemplates taking the cloak and like burying it outside somewhere.
You take some time pawing around this cloak, not sure what to do with it, thinking about burying it, taking it to Boram within a week. And we're going to do a little bit of a time skip here as a couple hours pass by, as the four of you are doing whatever you do in your homes. As the sun begins to set, you hear the clock tower bells ring again, signaling dusk, where a lot of businesses close down for the day and a lot of people begin to head to different bars and taverns as they begin to wind down themselves. Some of them return home, and some stores stay open a little later than others, specifically taverns. And Boram, you get the symbol, you take the bells, that maybe it's the time to go to the Four-Eyed Owl to meet up with Kaz'il, Myelin, and Vivien. And you have a long way to go, so you make sure you get a head start.
Yeah, Boram's been using the day to just work on some mixtures at his place, and then once he's done with that, cleans himself up, bathes, finally, after dealing with all the pig orcs, and decides to dress himself up a little bit. He puts a vest on. It's kind of like a burgundy that matches some burgundy pants that he puts on. And he's like, I'll put some dress shoes on. But even in the dress kind of get up, he's still got his sleeves rolled up, and his man bun is still a bit messy in the back as he walks out with his coat.
And you take your leave.
He's gonna take a very leisurely stroll that way because he hasn't been there before, so he wants to take some time to look at the sights a little more, you know.
You decide to cut through the city center to take a look at the giant flame giant that is laying there on display, as well as there are still some people there admiring it as well. It's a big crowd of people, and you can't help yourself to take a look for yourself. You leave from the stacks, heading towards the port side of town, cutting through this industrial district as you go over a nice stone bridge over this large river that's cutting through Bouldaris. You take a moment to examine this magnificent fire giant, and even more magnificent fire giant maul that is just in the ground, almost cracking this city center, which is entirely made of stone. You cut through the city center, and after taking some time to marvel at the flame giant, you go through the market district, which is in the southwest, and then begin to head northwest. And as the sun finally sets, as you cut through some of the alleyways and explore some of the less traveled routes of Bouldaris, because you don't commonly come over here, you usually stick to your side of the neighborhood, you feel a tap on your shoulder with hulking strength. You turn around, and as you turn around, you hear the words, "Oh, so you think you could just walk by me and don't expect me to say hello?" Wham! As this giant green fist clocks you, as three half-orcs trample over to you as you spin to the ground as your vision is dazed. And that is where we're going to end this session.
Oh, God.
I mean, I don't know that guy.
I don't know him.
I do think it's funny how those orcs sound just like Miranor. And, Dan's having the same problem.
Right.
Oh, it's
No matter
amazing.
the character.
This is my new enemy, Maxinor.
Woo! That is the end of session 3. Good session.
Mhm.
Man, I've been standing this whole time. I need a seat.
Ooh, we're going down. We're going down.
Yeah.
We're getting lowered.
Down, baby. Oh yeah. Look, no hands.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to stand more. I'm trying to burn them cows. You know what I'm saying? Burn those K-cows.
You should get one of those treadmills.
Glass would absolutely murder me if I did that while recording.
It's like, just as you're walking. That would be really funny, though.
All right, what do we think? Session 3 in the bag.
I want a party.
It's
It
awesome.
was a good
party.
episode. It was a lot of downtime conversations. It was good.
Role play it. You know how it'd be.
I'm excited to learn more about everybody.
Yes, you will be getting a letter in the mail
Woohoo!
of this potential information that you discovered about these 3
I
compatriots.
love information.
Information is good. Any comments before we go into a recommendation and go into our after show?
No, it's just a lot of questions. You know what I mean? I think,
Mm-hmm.
feel like we all got a lot of secrets.
Maybe.
Secrets on secrets.
I don't know.
I have lots of questions. Everyone is rich, for what it seems like.
Yeah, as a player, Jared wants to know how come his is the only poor one.
What's going on here?
I don't know if I'd call Boram rich.
You're eating like a king compared to that.
Compared to Myelin.
Beans on a plate.
I'll come over. I'll dig you a bigger
Good.
hole.
Yeah. Well,
He's eating toast sandwiches? That's crazy, dude.
it's good.
Do we have any recommendations for this week?
I have.
Ooh.
Yeah, go for it.
So it's a TV show. It's on Apple TV. It's called Slow Horses. It's about these people who work at MI5, which is like, from what I understand, like the British version of the CIA. But they're all like the outcasts or people who like fucked up at their job. So they like exile them to this like really shitty office. And it's about like, I don't know. It's kind of good. It's like a drama. It's like a spy drama, but it's like it's about how these like fuck ups are like trying to not fuck up more, and like, they clash with like the home office of like the MI5 and stuff, and it's like really good.
Oh, cool.
And it's crazy because the main person in that show, the boss of like the office that plays like he like runs the place with all the fuck ups, is Sirius Black from Harry Potter. I had no idea. And he also plays Commissioner Gordon in Batman with Christian Bale.
Whoa.
So it's like that guy.
Wow.
If like, it's pretty good.
Great actor.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. He's really like in this show, like I'm telling you can't even tell. It's like, he's like really, really phenomenal in this show. Each season's only like 6 episodes. There's like 5 seasons so
All right.
far. So
Someone in the Discord give me their Apple login, because they keep everybody's giving me all these Apple shows, and I don't have an account.
dude, Apple, I'm telling you, a lot of good Apple
I was about to
shows.
say, I don't even think I use mine. I think I get it for free. So just got you right here.
Yeah, show me a little screenshot. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it is the end of the episode, and we are going to roll for our next intro.
Spin that wheel of
Uh-huh.
intros.
14. Reese Evergon suggested the 3 other jobs I dreamed of having as a child and slowly learned I'd never grow up to be something as capable as what the job entails.
Too real,
Wow.
dude. Too real.
That
Okay.
hurts.
The jobs I wanted as a kid.
Is that what that is? That's not like it's not like if you had to do something else, what would you do? It's like, what did you want to do as a kid?
And you missed it.
Yeah, you wanted to do this as a kid.
But you failed.
That's
But
a
you
good one.
failed, so you're not.
That's a good one.
You're not one on life.
Yeah, so that is the next one. Again, if you want to suggest things, go on into the Discord. If you are a Patreon subscriber of any tier, doesn't matter what tier, you can go into that chat and do that. So we have a specific chat for it.
Yes.
Nice.
And that's a little perk that the Patreon subscribers get. So
Little perks. Love little perks.
what kind of goodbye we giving today?
A very sickly, vomity one because you guys were poisoned.
Goodbye.
See you later. Chocolate.
Bye.
Chocolate.
Ooh, it's time to get down on some Patreon shoutouts. In a fancy room in the back of a tavern, a secret group of adventurers are gathered. The Bloodshot Bandits discuss new plans, failed ones, and keep an eye out for anyone who might be listening in. In this group, we have Artemis, Julius Kendrick, The Dread, Morgan Util, Sly, Knockmock, Brandy Woodburner, Glorg Nightbreaker, and Shayla. In the workshop next door are some folk mixing potions, forging equipment, and crafting magic items just like I do. These are the Sigil College alumni: Fungo, Sir Geo, St. Chaos, Punk, David LaChance, Chartreuse Charlie, Vexshade. And Umbre's mightiest heroes, of course, are ManWithGlass, Jesus, Johnny Tar, John Carroll, Art, Drown, Cypress Daywind, Any Master of Weapons, Bjorn Battleborn, Neko, Morgath the Unbroken, Gad the Lizardfolk, and Bree Carlson. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we got a new format. So if you don't like the way your name's being said, just make sure you go on to Patreon and tell us how it should be.